Robby Hoffman shares how she met Bachelorette Gabby Windey, a love story as unpredictable. Hello everyone. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Thank you. Gabby Windey never expected to fall in love like this. Not after the cameras stopped rolling and the champagne flutes were put away. As the glitter of her Bachelor Nation fame slowly dimmed, she found herself searching for something more genuine, something unscripted. The story of Gabby Windey and Robby Hoffman began not with a red carpet, a cocktail party, or a first impression rose, but on a quiet street corner outside a dimly lit bar in Silver Lake, Los Angeles. For Gabby, that night had no dramatic music or cleverly edited confessionals. It was just another evening where she felt restless. A woman who had once stood on balconies awaiting helicopter dates now found herself standing outside a low-key bar, nursing a drink and debating whether to call it an early night. She never imagined that someone would be watching her from across the street, the sharp-eyed comedian Robby Hoffman. Robby had a knack for reading people, a skill honed from years of stand-up, where the ability to decode a room could make or break a set. Yet, Gabby puzzled her. Here was a woman who, by all accounts, looked like she had wandered into the wrong bar. Gabby wore a leather jacket that was slightly too big and boots with a heel just scuffed enough to suggest recent travels. Someone on a journey, Robby thought. Someone figuring it out. And Robby. Well, she wasn't about to miss her shot. Chapter 2. The Approach. Robby Hoffman later joked that she had channeled Ryan Gosling energy that night, exuding a cool confidence she rarely felt in crowded bars. She crossed the street with deliberate ease, weaving between parked cars, her Converse barely making a sound on the pavement. As she neared Gabby, she could sense it. A hint of curiosity in Gabby's eyes, the kind that said, "Who's this stranger and why do I feel like I know her?" "You don't look like you belong here," Robby said, breaking the ice. Gabby turned, her trademark grin lighting up her face. "Funny, I was just thinking the same thing." They laughed, and just like that, the distance between reality star and comedian dissolved. What followed was the kind of conversation that flows like a perfect river, effortless, unpredictable, and leaving both of them soaked in possibility. "I think I'm leading gay," Gabby admitted with a half-joking, half-serious tone, biting her bottom lip as if testing the waters. Robby's eyebrows rose with interest. "Leading gay," she echoed, leaning in slightly. "Sounds like you might be leaning toward me then." And just like that, Gabby handed over her number. Chapter 3. The First Date That Changed Everything. By the time their first date rolled around the next week, wildfires were already creeping toward the California hills. There was a crackle of electricity, not just in the arid air, but between the two women who met at a cozy vegan cafe in Los Feliz. Gabby wore minimal makeup, something she hadn't done much of in the public eye, and Robby wore a vintage denim jacket adorned with obscure band pins. "I'm used to producers telling me where to sit," Gabby quipped, scanning the restaurant. Robby chuckled, quickly learning that Gabby's humor was as dry as the LA heatwave. Their chemistry was undeniable, but it wasn't loud or performative. It was found in the stolen glances, shared laughs over mismatched smoothies, and the comfort in discussing topics that ranged from pop culture to past heartbreaks. Gabby spoke openly about her failed engagement to Eric Shore and how, despite all the fairy tale moments on screen, something always Robby, felt, for her part, unfinished. Shared tales from her stand-up gigs, the grind of the comedy circuit, and her own journey of self-discovery growing up in a Hasidic Jewish community before carving her unique path in the world. That night, as they walked to their cars, Gabby whispered, "This feels different." Robby smiled. "Different good? Different best," Gabby replied. Chapter 4. A Private Love in a Public World. Gabby had lived much of her romantic life beneath the blinding spotlights of reality television. From The Bachelor to The Bachelorette, her heartbreaks and triumphs were broadcast to millions. So when her relationship with Robby blossomed, she made a deliberate choice to keep this one sacred, at least for a little while. "Everyone wants to narrate your story for you," Gabby confided to Robby during a late-night beach walk in Malibu. "But this is ours." Robby nodded. "We'll write it how we want." But love like theirs had a way of spilling over. After months of quiet dates, movie marathons, and spontaneous road trips up the Pacific Coast Highway, Gabby realized she was ready to share her truth. When she appeared on The View in the summer of 2023, her nerves were palpable. As millions watched, she casually dropped the bombshell, "I'm dating a woman." Within hours, Instagram was ablaze with speculation, and soon, Gabby made it official with a post featuring her and Robby holding hands at Griffith Park, laughing beneath the hazy LA sunset. The caption was simple but powerful: "Hard launch." Chapter 5: The Vegas Elopement. The wildfires weren't just a backdrop to their early love, they became part of their story's tapestry. When the fires encroached dangerously close to their California home, the couple packed essentials and headed east to Las Vegas, seeking refuge but finding so much more. "Let's get married," Robby blurted out in their hotel room at the Cosmopolitan. Gabby blinked. "Like, right now?" Robby grinned. "Right now." In a whirlwind of spontaneity that rivaled any reality show finale, they dashed to a 24-hour chapel on the Strip. Gabby wore a vintage white sundress borrowed from Robby's suitcase, and Robby sported a sharp, tailored black suit she happened to have packed for a comedy show. Their vows were intimate, filled with humor and heart. Gabby promised to always be Robby's biggest fan, and Robby vowed to be the calm in Gabby's storm. They kissed under neon lights, with Elvis as their impromptu witness, and though Gabby would later quip on the traitors that she needed her NBC winnings to help fund their impromptu nuptials, the truth was, they wouldn't have changed a thing. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our The Bachelor News channel and stay with us.